Yeah, you are welcome to Enzo Tech video YouTube channel. Today, I want to show you how to create responsive image gallery using Lightbox in JavaScript. So before we get started, I want you to subscribe to my channel, Enzo Tech. So let's get started. So we're going to create an image gallery using Lightbox in JavaScript from the scratch. Let's start creating the image gallery. This is my Visual Studio Code. Here I have an index.html. I have the style CSS folder, the image folder, and the JavaScript folder. So the first thing we need to do is to get our images ready. So I'll come here. Let me come here and put my div. I'll call this a div class of container, which is Bootstrap. Come here, create another div. Call this a div class of row. Let me come here and put it at the center using flex. I'll call this justify content center. Okay, so inside this row I'll just come here and give each of my image give it a class. Let me give this each of my image a class of core md3. So inside this core md3, I'm going to just give put an image. I'm going to put an image here, but before I put an image, I'll first get a link because I want the image to be clickable. So I'll put an anchor tag. That's what I've just done. So in this anchor tag here, inside this anchor tag, I'll put my image precisely. Image. So image source. So I'm getting the image. Come here, images folder. So the first image I want to put is bag 1. Let me give it a width of just okay, let me make it to take the class of image fluid, which is a Bootstrap class image fluid. Okay, image fluid. So this is the image here. So what I'll do inside this anchor tag, or let me just duplicate it. So I'll copy this core md3. I'll duplicate it multiple times. So yeah, I'll come here, I'll duplicate it, so I'll do this multiple times. So I just want to show you how to go about it. So I'll keep it. So let me save this and see how this will appear on the screen. So this is what I have on the screen. Precisely, this is what I have on my screen. So I only need 8 images. So let me take the last 2 off the screen. So I take the last 2 off so that I can have just 8 images on my screen. Okay, this is what I have. Beautiful. So I will take the creating responsive image gallery off. I don't think I need it, so I'll take it off for now. The h1 tag. So I'll save this. Okay. So yeah, I'll do some styling. I'll put some card to it. So yeah, I can easily come here and add. Let's say I want to put some card. Let me come here and take this off and put some card, some Bootstrap card, a class of card. Okay. Then yeah, I'll put a Bootstrap class of card body. So I wanted to take the form of a card, so I'll save this. Okay, so this is, so let me take all this off, or let me just leave it and duplicate it. So I have a card, so I'll just copy this card, and where I have those image, I'll just put it here. So I'll do the same thing for this. I'll put the card. I want it to take the shape of the card. I'll put it here. Then I put it here. I paste that here. Card. My aim is to get an image with a card wrapped with a Bootstrap card wrap around it. That's my aim. So I'll do the same thing for this. Then I save. So let's go to the browser to see if that changes. So you can see I have a card wrap around my image. So I'll put a shadow effect, give it a gap. So yeah, I'll just come here, so here inside this card I'll just put a shadow effect, so I'll just copy this shadow, then give this a margin bottom of, let's say, 3. I'll come here, I'll give this card a shadow, give this a margin bottom of 3. These are all Bootstrap classes. In case you are not familiar with Bootstrap, I have a course on Bootstrap. So here the same thing, I'll give this a shadow effect, I'll give this a margin bottom of 3. So I'll do the same thing for the card, the shadow effects and the margin bottom of 3. So I'll do that for all the cards that are holding our images. So I'll just put a shadow effect, margin bottom of 3. So yeah, I'll just come here and do the same thing, shadow effects, margin bottom of 3. So I'll do the same thing for the remaining 2. Inside this card here, I'll put a shadow effect and a margin bottom of 3. So that's what I'll basically do for all the cards. I just want that margin bottom of 3. So I'll save this and let's check the browser. So you can see I have a card here that's looking like this. So I'll put a margin top at the container so that it should not touch the address bar of our browser. So I'll go to the container here, I'll put a Bootstrap utility class margin top as 5. So I'll save that and go to my browser. So you can see it has taken shape. So everything is working perfectly. So now that we have our card, our image card, let's fix for different images. I can also give this a background color. Let me give the body of background color. So here I'll put I'll create a style inside my CSS folder. So I'll link that. I already have a style.css and empty file. So here let me link it here. I'll say link CSS. Then this would be CSS folder, the href CSS style.css. So I've linked that. So in the styles.css, I will reference the body because I want to give it the body of the browser a background color. So yeah, I'll say background color of let me look for a background color that suits. Let me use cornflower blue. So I'll save this, then go to my browser to see that change. You can see that for yourself that our image is taking shape. So I will change each of these images to different items. So first I have the back one. So let me see how many images I will need. Okay. So yeah, I will change this image here. I'll change this image to, let me say, laptop 1. Put another image for the third one. Change this image to, let's say, phone 1. So I'll do the same thing for the other one. I'll just change the image. I want different image items. So yeah, I'll say shirt 1. So I'll do the same thing for the other ones. Yeah, I'll just say shoe 1. So I'll do the same thing for this. I'll call this trouser 1. So I'll do the same thing for this. So yeah, I'll just come here and call this, let me call laptop 2. Then I'll do the same thing here. I'll call this phone. Let's say I call this shirt 2. Okay, let me save this and see what we have on the browser. So you can see this is what we have on our browser. You can see we have created a wonderful design so far. So the next thing I want to do is apply the JavaScript Lightbox to this effect, so that when I click on any of this image, I should get a pop-up, a lightbox pop-up. You can see when I click on this image, nothing is happening. Each time I click on this image, nothing is happening. It's just a static image here. So let's add the JavaScript Lightbox library to it. So the first thing we need to do is to go to the website. That's their documentation. So go to Google, search for Lightbox 2. So once you search for Lightbox 2, you click on this one, the first link here, or you click on the one from click the first one here, Lightbox 2. So here to take it to this their documentation. Now Lightbox 2 is was created by Lokesh Aka Lokesh Jaka. So we have to make reference to him. He's the owner of this library. So I'll click on GitHub. So once you click on GitHub, it will take you to the GitHub repo, which is Lightbox 2, Lokesh Lightbox 2. So we have to download the zip file of this particular library called Lightbox 2. So I'll click on code here, then click on download zip. So after clicking on the download zip, you will see that it has been downloaded to your machine. So you go to your computer, click on download. You will see the Lightbox 2 dev. Yeah, that has been downloaded. So you extract it. So I'm going to extract this zip folder. So I'll click on extract all. So I am currently extracting it. So that's good. So I have finished extracting it. I'm getting a Lightbox 2 -dev folder. I click on it. You will see the disk folder inside the other files. So this is the disk folder we'll be playing with. So if inside this disk folder, you see CSS, images, and JavaScript folders. So we are going to use some of these. We'll reference it in our code. So I hope you understand that. So the next thing we do, I'll click on the CSS folder. Yeah, I have a Lightbox. So this Lightbox, you copy this file called Lightbox. Copy it, then go to your own project folder, which you created. So the name of our project folder here is JavaScript 5. That's the name of our project folder. So I have to paste it here. So I'll go back to JavaScript 5, which is this folder. This is our own personal folder. So inside the CSS folder, I'll paste it. Lightbox, it has been pasted. So if you come to your Visual Studio Code, you will see Lightbox CSS. So let's make reference to it. Okay, so I'll come here and I'll make reference to that. So I'll say link. So this one, the href will be what? Lightbox CSS folder / lightbox.css. So I have made reference to the lightbox.css. The next file we need to make reference to is the JavaScript file from Lightbox. So in the dist folder of your Lightbox, you will see a folder called JavaScript JS. Click on this JS folder, then you will see Lightbox plus jQuery. Lightbox plus jQuery. So you copy this, then go paste it in your project folder, like what we did earlier. So my project folder name is JavaScript 5, and I have a certain folder called JS. So I'll paste it here, the Lightbox plus jQuery, which if you go to your Visual Studio Code and you click on this your JS folder, you see the Lightbox plus jQuery.js. So it's a JavaScript file or jQuery file. So we have to make reference to it using the script source. So here I'll come here and I'll say script source. Then this will be Lightbox JS / Lightbox plus jQuery.js. So I've made reference to that. That's the second thing you need to make reference to. So the third one now is the images. So we'll go back to our Lightbox, which has a dist folder. You click on the dist folder, then you see images. Click on the images, you have some icons here. So copy all these icons, then go paste it in our own project images folder. So I'll go paste it in our own project images folder. So JavaScript 5, img images. So this is our own images folder. So I'll paste it here. So you can see that for yourself. So that is the next and the previous icons. So I've just done that. So everything is taking shape now. So the next thing I want to do now, for these images, if you look at our code, we have the image folder and the image file inside the anchor tag. So the anchor tag is wrapping our image file. So we have to do some configuration right now. So the first configuration that we need to do first is to make sure that the image of this image here tallies with what we have on the in the anchor tag. So what I will do, I will just copy this image here put it in the href of my anchor tag. That's what I will do. Then the anchor tag takes in some attribute from Lightbox, which we need to make reference. And the first attribute is data Lightbox. Data Lightbox. That's the first attribute. So here I can easily come here and let me give it a name. You can give this any name you like. You can decide to give this any name you like. So I'll come here and say I want to give this as product. Then you take out. Then the Lightbox also has is another attribute which is called the data title. What you want it to be titled. So I'll come here and say data title. Data title equal to, this is a bag, so I can easily call it bag. So these are the things that you need to take notice of: the data Lightbox and the data title. So I'll do the same thing for the other images. So here I'll just put this here. Then make sure that this image is the same with what you have in the image source. So I'll come and paste it. So I'll do the same thing for the other images. So I'll come here, href, inside href I do this, then I copy this image and I paste it here. So I'll do the same thing for others. Good, I have finished completing the task of the labeling. So you can see each one of these images has a data Lightbox and a data title to each and to it in the anchor tag. So you can see that for yourself. So that's all what you need to do. So after doing this, you save your file, then you go to the browser to see if this actually works. So I'll come here and refresh the browser. So let's try. I'll click on this bag image. Fantastic. So you can see that. So you can see it works. If I click on this image, you can see it works. You can see the label here, laptop. So if I click on the other image, you can see that it's all working. It's working fine, perfectly. So I believe you understand the concept of the Lightbox too, how you can use it. It's a very, very wonderful library, of course. So I believe this is quite helpful. You can see you can also move to the next item. You can see on the list, so you can see that for yourself. So we're going to stop here for now, but please, before we stop, try and subscribe to my channel, Enzo Tech YouTube video channel. We'll give you different technology videos each day, each week. Thanks very much. God bless you.